Life has an uncanny way of challenging us at every turn. We are often told that success is not defined by how many times we rise, but how we handle the times we fall. The idea of falling and the notion of failure are intimately connected, yet failure is something that many of us dread and try to avoid at all costs. The moment we experience failure, we may feel as though everything we've worked for has been shattered. But in reality, failure is not the opposite of success, but a part of it. Our falls are not a testament to our inability, but rather an opportunity for growth, reflection, and ultimately transformation. When we fall, it's easy to feel isolated, as though we are alone in our struggle. But if we look closely, we'll see that falling is a shared human experience. Every person, regardless of their background, status, or ambition, has faced their own form of failure. It's a universal truth. Yet, what differentiates the individuals who rise again from those who stay down is their resilience and perspective. We live in a world that glorifies perfection. We are often shown images of people who appear to have it all together, those who make their way to the top without ever seeming to stumble. These depictions can create an unrealistic standard, making us believe that falling is a sign of weakness. It leads us to think that to succeed, we must avoid failure at all costs, but that mindset is not only unproductive, it is also misleading. The truth is that falling is essential to the process of growth and success. Failure forces us to face our vulnerabilities and recognize our limitations. It reminds us that we are not invincible and that we don't have all the answers. It's easy to be confident when things are going well, but it's when we fall that we truly learn about ourselves. The humility that comes from failure is one of its greatest gifts. It teaches us that we are all human and that we all have our struggles. When we fall, we are also given the chance to examine our decisions. Often our falls come as a result of poor choices, whether due to overconfidence, haste, or miscalculation. In these moments, it's crucial to reflect not just on what went wrong, but on why it went wrong and what we can learn from it. This process of self-examination is what allows us to grow. It's not enough to simply get back up. We must understand why we fell in the first place. Moreover, falling challenges our resilience. How we respond to failure is far more important than the fall itself. It's easy to give up after a setback, but the individuals who ultimately succeed are those who have the strength to push through adversity. Resilience is not about never falling, it's about bouncing back each time with more wisdom, determination, and a stronger sense of purpose. Resilience is not an innate trait, it is something that we develop over time. It's a muscle that, with repeated use, grows stronger. The more we fall and rise, the more capable we become of handling future challenges. When we face failure, we often discover hidden reserves of strength we didn't know we had. We find creative solutions, adapt our strategies, and grow more resourceful. Every failure is an opportunity to build our character, refine our skills, and grow in ways that we might never have anticipated. But there's another aspect of falling that many of us overlook: our ability to inspire others. When we face adversity and continue to rise, we set an example for others. Our struggles, though difficult, can serve as a source of motivation for those who are witnessing our journey. People often look up to those who have fallen and risen because it gives them hope. It shows them that they too can overcome their own challenges. We must also understand that falling is not always about personal failure. Sometimes we fall because of circumstances beyond our control: economic downturns, personal losses, or situations that seem too overwhelming to face. These falls, though, do not define us. They are simply a part of the human experience. In these situations, we may not be able to change what happened, but we do have control over how we respond to it. Even in the face of external challenges, we can find ways to adapt, survive, and ultimately thrive. Sometimes the act of falling itself reveals our strengths. It forces us to dig deep within ourselves and confront the things that hold us back. These confrontations can be painful but transformative. In the face of adversity, we may find new parts of ourselves that we never knew existed. We may develop greater empathy, a stronger sense of compassion, and a deeper understanding of the world around us. The fear of failure is often rooted in the idea that we are being judged or evaluated by others. We fear being seen as weak or incapable, and so we avoid situations where failure is a possibility. But what if we redefine failure? What if we viewed it not as a reflection of our abilities, but as a necessary step on the path to success? What if we saw failure not as an event, but as a process, a learning experience that prepares us for the next challenge? When we fall, we may feel the weight of disappointment, but it is in those moments that we must remind ourselves that we are not defined by our setbacks. We are defined by our ability to persevere. Our ability to persevere. Our ability to learn from our mistakes and use those lessons to create something greater. Life does not always go as planned, but it is in those moments of unexpected twists and turns that we find our greatest opportunities for growth. The beauty of failure lies in its impermanence. It is not something that lasts forever unless we allow it to. Just as a storm passes, so too does our experience of falling. The key is to remember that no failure is final. Every fall is temporary, and every challenge we face is an opportunity to rise again. The longer we persist, the more we strengthen our resolve, our resilience, and our ability to face life's challenges with courage. In our society, we often place too much emphasis on the outcome rather than the journey. We focus on the destination and forget to appreciate the lessons learned along the way. But the journey, with all of its twists and turns, is where the real magic happens. It's through the challenges and the falls that we learn who we truly are. Success, in its purest form, is not just about achieving a goal. It's about the person we become in the process. As we reflect on the nature of failure, we come to understand that it is an essential part of our human experience. We don't fall to prove that we are weak, we fall because it is part of the journey toward becoming stronger, wiser, and more capable. It's easy to be discouraged in the face of failure, but it's important to remember that each fall brings us closer to who we are meant to be. When we experience failure, we are not defined by the mistake itself. We are defined by our willingness to continue. We are defined by our courage to rise again, to keep moving forward, and to never let the fall define us. It is through the act of rising that we gain the strength, wisdom, and resilience to face whatever comes next. Life, in all its complexity, will continue to present us with challenges and obstacles. We will fall and we will rise. It's inevitable. But what matters most is not the fall itself, but how we choose to rise after it. Our ability to rise is what defines our success, not the absence of failure. So the next time we fall, we must remember that it is not the end of the road. It's just another opportunity to get up, dust ourselves off, and continue on our path toward growth and success. Failure is often perceived as something to be feared or avoided. We live in a world that tends to value success, achievement, and perfection. And the idea of failure stands in direct opposition to these ideals. Failure is often associated with feelings of shame, disappointment, and regret, leading many to believe that failing is a reflection of personal inadequacy or a sign that one is not cut out for a particular pursuit. However, the truth is that failure is an essential part of growth. It is through failure that we learn, evolve, and ultimately develop into better versions of ourselves. Far from being a barrier to success, failure is an integral step on the path to personal growth, success, and self-realization. The concept of failure as a stepping stone to growth is one that has been echoed throughout history by successful individuals, philosophers, and thought leaders. They all emphasize that failure is not something to be feared, but something to be embraced and learned from. This is because failure, rather than signaling the end of a journey, is often the beginning of a new and deeper understanding of ourselves, our goals, and our potential. When we fail, we are forced to confront our limitations. It is easy to believe we can accomplish something when everything is going smoothly. Success, especially in the early stages of a journey, can create an illusion of mastery or certainty. However, failure often forces us to acknowledge that we do not have all the answers and that we may need to adjust our approach. This confrontation with our limitations is not a negative experience, but a powerful one, because it provides an opportunity for self-reflection. It teaches us humility and reminds us that we do not control every aspect of our lives. Through this process, we begin to understand that failure is a natural part of the learning process and not something to be ashamed of. In fact, failure often reveals areas of growth that we might not have been aware of before. When we are successful, we may overlook certain weaknesses or gaps in our knowledge because everything seems to be going well. However, when we fail, these gaps become more apparent. We may discover skills that need improvement or recognize new paths to take. In this sense, failure is a gift because it illuminates the areas in our lives that require our attention. Without failure, we would be content with our current state of knowledge and ability, potentially stalling our own progress. Moreover, failure offers an opportunity for reinvention. After experiencing a setback or failure, we can reassess our goals, strategies, and beliefs. Often, failure prompts us to reevaluate our priorities or question the direction we are heading. It's a moment of reset, a chance to redefine our approach and make necessary changes. In doing so, failure becomes a powerful tool for transformation. It challenges us to think differently, step outside our comfort zones, and try new approaches. This is when real growth occurs, when we are willing to adapt, shift our perspectives, and reinvent ourselves based on the lessons learned from failure. Failure also fosters resilience, one of the most important qualities that contribute to long-term success. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, to keep moving forward despite obstacles, and to maintain a positive mindset even in the face of setbacks. It is easy to be resilient when things are going well, but true resilience is born out of failure. When we fail, we experience pain, frustration, and disappointment. But these emotions, though difficult to endure, teach us how to cope, how to persevere, and how to keep going when the road gets tough. Each time we rise from a fall, we grow stronger, more adaptable, and more capable of handling future challenges. Without failure, we would not develop the resilience necessary to succeed in the face of future difficulties. Additionally, failure encourages creativity and innovation. When we fail, we must confront our emotions, whether it be disappointment, anger, frustration, or sadness. This process of emotional confrontation helps us to develop greater emotional awareness and regulation. We learn how to deal with our negative emotions in a healthy way, how to manage stress, and how to stay calm and composed under pressure. Over time, this emotional intelligence becomes an invaluable asset in both personal and professional settings. It helps us navigate difficult situations, communicate more effectively with others, and make better decisions in moments of uncertainty. Furthermore, failure can teach us the importance of persistence. Success rarely comes easily, and those who achieve their goals are often those who refuse to give up, even in the face of repeated failures. Every failure is an opportunity to practice perseverance. The more we fail and rise again, the more we build the mental and emotional fortitude needed to pursue our goals. Persistence in the face of failure is one of the key ingredients of success. It requires belief in oneself, determination, and a willingness to keep going, even when the odds seem stacked against us. Failure also has a significant role in building a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication, effort, and learning. People with a growth mindset view failure as a natural part of the learning process and an opportunity for improvement. They understand that failure is not a reflection of their abilities, but a stepping stone toward mastery. In contrast, those with a fixed mindset tend to see failure as a permanent reflection of their abilities and may be more likely to give up in the face of challenges. Embracing failure as an essential part of growth allows us to adopt a growth mindset and approach life's challenges with a sense of possibility rather than defeat. Another important aspect of failure is that it allows us to gain perspective. When we fail, we are forced to step back and reassess the bigger picture. Often, failure is not as catastrophic as we initially perceive it to be. It may feel devastating in the moment, but over time, we may come to realize that the failure was not as significant as we once thought. We gain a broader perspective, one that helps us recognize that failure is just one small part of our journey. It is not the end, but rather a learning experience that contributes to our overall growth and development. Moreover, failure allows us to develop greater empathy. When we fail, we are reminded of our vulnerability, and this shared experience of struggle can deepen our understanding of others. We become more compassionate toward those who face similar challenges because we recognize that everyone, at some point, has experienced failure. This empathy fosters stronger relationships, both personally and professionally, and helps us connect with others on a deeper level. In addition to its personal benefits, failure also contributes to collective growth. When we fail as individuals, we often share our experiences with others. These shared experiences create a sense of community and mutual understanding. Others can learn from our failures, avoid similar mistakes, and gain insights that they might not have discovered on their own. In this way, failure becomes a collective learning process. As individuals and communities, we grow stronger and more resilient by sharing our failures and supporting one another in the process. Failure also teaches us the value of timing. Sometimes failure happens not because we lack the ability or skill, but because the timing was wrong. We may be pursuing something before we are fully prepared or trying to force a situation that is not yet right. Failure in these situations can teach us patience and the importance of waiting for the right moment. It reminds us that timing is an essential aspect of success, and it encourages us to trust the process and have faith that the right opportunities will come when we are ready. In the end, failure is a gift. It is a powerful teacher that provides us with the lessons, experiences, and insights needed to grow and evolve. It forces us to confront our limitations, adapt our strategies, develop resilience, and tap into our creative potential. Failure is not the end of the road, but a necessary part of the journey. Every time we fail and rise again, we become stronger, wiser, and more capable of achieving our goals. Rather than avoiding failure, we should embrace it as an essential part of growth. The more we learn from our failures, the more we are prepared to face the challenges ahead, and the closer we come to realizing our full potential. Success is often viewed through the lens of achievements and milestones, titles, awards, recognition, and the tangible accomplishments that mark the culmination of effort. However, what truly defines success is not simply the destination, but the ability to endure, adapt, and grow throughout the journey. Resilience, the capacity to recover from adversity and continue pursuing one's goals despite challenges, is what ultimately separates those who achieve lasting success from those who falter when faced with setbacks. It is resilience that enables individuals to rise after they fall, to persist when faced with obstacles, and to learn from failure rather than be defeated by it. Resilience is often misunderstood as merely the ability to bounce back after hardship. While this is a key component of resilience, it is not the entire picture. Resilience is about adaptation, learning, and evolving in the face of adversity. It is the ability to maintain hope and perseverance even when circumstances are difficult, and to use challenges as opportunities for growth. Rather than seeing difficulties as insurmountable obstacles, resilient individuals view them as stepping stones, moments in which they can refine their strategies, strengthen their resolve, and develop a deeper understanding of themselves and the world around them. Resilience is not a static trait, but an active process that requires continuous effort and the willingness to embrace discomfort in pursuit of something greater. One of the most critical aspects of resilience is the ability to remain focused on long-term goals despite short-term challenges. Life is rarely a straight path. It is full of twists, turns, and obstacles that can make even the most determined individual question their path. When people encounter challenges, it is easy to become disheartened, to lose confidence, or to take the easier road of giving up. Resilience allows individuals to weather these storms without losing sight of their ultimate objectives. It is this unwavering commitment to the goal that defines true success. Successful individuals do not achieve greatness by avoiding challenges, but by embracing them and learning how to overcome them. It is the ability to stay focused on the bigger picture, even when the present moment seems bleak. That distinguishes those who ultimately reach their goals. Resilience also involves emotional strength. It is one thing to face external challenges, but it is another to confront the emotional toll those challenges can take. Failure, criticism, rejection, and disappointment can all erode one's sense of self-worth and confidence. Resilience involves not just the ability to push forward in the face of external challenges, but the capacity to protect and fortify one's emotional well-being. Resilient individuals understand that they are not defined by their failures or by the setbacks they face. They recognize that emotional pain is a part of the process and that, while it may be difficult, it does not have to be debilitating. They give themselves the space to feel, to grieve, to process, but they do not allow those emotions to control their actions or determine their future. This emotional fortitude is crucial for long-term success because it ensures that individuals do not become paralyzed by adversity. Instead, they rise above it and continue pursuing their goals. The ability to learn from failure is another key characteristic of resilience. Failure is inevitable, yet many people view it as a sign of defeat. Those who are not resilient often become discouraged and give up after they fail. They may internalize the failure as a reflection of their own inadequacy, rather than seeing it as an opportunity for growth. Resilience, however, encourages individuals to approach failure with a growth mindset. Rather than seeing failure as something to fear, resilient individuals view it as an opportunity to learn, adjust, and improve. When a resilient person fails, they do not see it as the end of the road, but as a valuable lesson on what works and what does not. They ask themselves, what can I learn from this experience? How can I adapt my approach to increase my chances of success next time? This mindset is essential for long-term success because it allows individuals to bounce back stronger and better equipped to handle future challenges. Without the ability to learn from failure, people would be stuck in a cycle of frustration, unable to make progress toward their goals. In addition to learning from failure, resilience involves a deep sense of self-awareness. When setbacks occur, resilient individuals reflect on their actions, decisions, and emotions in order to gain clarity and insight. They do not blame external circumstances or others for their struggles, but instead take responsibility for their part in the situation. This self-awareness helps them identify areas for improvement and allows them to make more informed decisions moving forward. It also helps them stay grounded, recognizing that while failure may be difficult, it does not define their worth or abilities. This ability to separate one's identity from the outcome of their actions is a hallmark of resilience and is crucial for achieving long-term success. The process of building resilience is not always easy, but it is necessary for anyone who seeks to achieve lasting success. Life is unpredictable, and no one is immune to adversity. Resilience is what enables people to weather the storms, to remain steadfast in their pursuit of their goals, and to emerge stronger and wiser after each setback. It is not a quality that can be developed overnight, but rather one that is honed through experience, practice, and determination. Every challenge faced and every failure encountered is an opportunity to build resilience and become better equipped to handle future obstacles. Through this process, individuals not only achieve their goals, but they also develop the inner strength, wisdom, and emotional intelligence needed to sustain their success over time. A key component of resilience is optimism, the belief that no matter how difficult the present situation may be, there is always hope for the future. Resilient individuals maintain a positive outlook even when things seem bleak. They recognize that setbacks are temporary and that they have the ability to overcome them. This optimism is not a naive belief that everything will always work out perfectly, but rather an understanding that challenges are an inherent part of life and that they can be overcome with time, effort, and perseverance. Optimism fuels the drive to continue moving forward, even when the path ahead seems uncertain. It encourages individuals to stay focused on their goals and to keep pushing through adversity. This mindset of hope and possibility is essential for resilience because it gives people the strength to persist even when faced with seemingly insurmountable odds. Another important aspect of resilience is the ability to maintain flexibility. While resilience involves staying committed to one's goals, it also requires the ability to adapt to changing circumstances. Success rarely comes in the form we expect, and the journey toward achieving our goals is often filled with detours and unexpected twists. Resilient individuals do not rigidly cling to a single vision or method. Instead, they are open to new ideas, new strategies, and new ways of thinking. When they encounter obstacles, they are willing to adjust their approach and find creative solutions to their problems. This flexibility allows them to stay on track even when things do not go as planned. It is this ability to adapt to change that enables resilient individuals to thrive in the face of uncertainty. Resilience also requires a sense of purpose and meaning. Individuals who are resilient are deeply connected to their why, the underlying reason or motivation for pursuing their goals. This sense of purpose provides them with the strength to keep going when times get tough. When people are driven by a strong sense of purpose, they are less likely to be discouraged by temporary setbacks. They understand that the challenges they face are part of a larger journey and that the rewards of success are worth the effort. This sense of purpose helps them stay focused on their long-term vision and provides them with the resilience to push through even the most difficult times. The role of resilience in success extends beyond the individual. Resilient people often inspire those around them. Their determination, perseverance, and unwavering commitment to their goals can serve as a source of motivation for others. When others see someone persist in the face of adversity, they are reminded of their own strength and capabilities. Resilience, therefore, has a ripple effect. It not only enables individuals to achieve their own success, but it also encourages others to do the same. In this way, resilience contributes to a culture of perseverance, growth, and achievement that extends beyond the individual. Ultimately, resilience is what enables people to achieve sustained success. It is not enough to achieve success once and then coast along. Success requires ongoing effort, the ability to adapt to changing circumstances, and the capacity to overcome the inevitable challenges and setbacks that will arise along the way. Resilience is the trait that allows people to continue pursuing their goals despite adversity, to learn from their mistakes, to stay focused on their vision, and to adapt to change. It is through resilience that individuals develop the mental, emotional, and psychological fortitude necessary to achieve lasting success. Whether in personal endeavors or professional pursuits, resilience is the foundation upon which success is built. Failure is often viewed as the end of a journey, a definitive moment where all efforts seem to have been in vain. It is something many of us fear, something we try to avoid at all costs. Yet failure is an inevitable part of life. It is an experience that, no matter how much we try to avoid it, will eventually cross our paths. The key, however, is not in the failure itself, but in how we interpret and respond to it. Failure, when viewed through the right lens, is not an end, but a temporary setback, a small bump in the road on a much longer journey towards success. Growth, however, is something that remains with us long after the failure has passed. It is this growth, born out of failure, that shapes us and propels us forward. When we fail, we often feel as if we are at a standstill, as though the progress we've made has been erased, leaving us farther from our goals than ever before. It can feel like a deep and unshakable defeat. But this feeling of failure is temporary. It is a moment in time, not a permanent state. Failure does not define us. It is the natural consequence of taking risks, of pushing beyond our comfort zones, and of striving for something greater than what we have already achieved. Failure is not a reflection of our inability, but a sign that we are trying, that we are stepping out into the unknown and attempting to grow. The beauty of failure lies in the fact that it teaches us lessons we could never learn without it. When things go wrong, when our plans are derailed, we are forced to confront our weaknesses, our mistakes, and our blind spots. This process can be painful, but it is through these moments of vulnerability that we find the opportunity for growth. Failure allows us to examine what went wrong, to reflect on our choices, and to refine our approach. It teaches us resilience, patience, and perseverance. More importantly, it forces us to reevaluate our goals and methods, pushing us toward a better, stronger version of ourselves. Growth, on the other hand, is permanent. Once we learn a lesson or gain new skills through failure, those lessons stay with us. The experiences we gather and the wisdom we acquire become a part of who we are. Growth is a result of overcoming challenges and learning from them, and it is something that cannot be taken away. While failure may be temporary, the changes it triggers in us, our mindset, our approach to problem solving, our emotional intelligence are lasting. Each failure we experience adds to our capacity to handle future challenges. In this sense, every failure is an investment in our personal development. A critical aspect of growth is the shift in perspective that occurs when we learn from failure. Rather than seeing failure as a sign that we should give up, we begin to view it as a necessary part of the process. This shift allows us to maintain hope and motivation even in the face of setbacks. When we fail, we have a choice. We can see the failure as permanent and let it define us, or we can see it as temporary and use it as an opportunity for growth. The people who ultimately succeed are the ones who choose the latter. They understand that failure is not an obstacle to success, but a stepping stone on the way to it. Moreover, failure forces us to develop resilience, the ability to bounce back from adversity. Resilience is not an innate trait, but a learned skill that is developed through experience. Every time we fail and recover, we build emotional strength and mental fortitude. The more we encounter failure, the more equipped we become to handle it. We learn how to manage disappointment, how to persevere in the face of setbacks, and how to maintain our focus on our long-term goals. This resilience born of failure becomes a permanent part of our character, making us more capable of navigating the inevitable challenges that lie ahead. In addition to resilience, failure fosters adaptability. It forces us to change our strategies, adjust our goals, and think in new ways. Success rarely follows a linear path, and the ability to adapt is crucial for long-term achievement. Failure teaches us how to pivot when things aren't working, how to find new solutions, and how to approach problems from different angles. These skills are not easily forgotten. Once we've learned to be adaptable in the face of failure, we carry that adaptability with us into every future challenge we face. This flexibility is an invaluable asset, allowing us to remain agile and proactive as we move forward in life. Failure also has the power to build confidence, paradoxically. While failure might initially shake our confidence, each time we overcome it, we become more sure of our abilities. We learn that failure is not the end of the world and that we are capable of recovering from it. Each time we rise from a fall, we gain a deeper understanding of our own strength and perseverance. This confidence, like the resilience we develop, becomes permanent. We come to trust ourselves and our abilities more fully, knowing that we can handle whatever life throws our way. Confidence that is built through overcoming failure is far more solid and enduring than confidence gained from constant success. Another permanent aspect of growth is the deepened sense of purpose that often emerges after failure. When we face setbacks, we are forced to confront our motivations, values, and goals. Failure can be a wake-up call that encourages us to reassess why we are pursuing a particular path. This process of introspection can lead to a clearer sense of direction and a renewed commitment to our goals. Failure helps us prioritize what truly matters and discard what is no longer serving us. This clarity of purpose born out of failure is a permanent change in our approach to life, enabling us to make more intentional choices moving forward. Furthermore, failure nurtures empathy. When we experience setbacks and struggles, we gain a deeper understanding of the challenges others face. We become more compassionate and supportive because we know firsthand what it feels like to fall short. This empathy strengthens our relationships and enables us to connect with others on a deeper level. The ability to empathize with others, to offer support and encouragement during their own struggles, is a permanent gift that failure gives us. It is something that enhances not only our personal growth, but also our ability to contribute to the growth of others. While failure is temporary, the changes it brings are permanent because they are embedded in our character. Every experience of failure contributes to the formation of our beliefs, habits, and ways of thinking. These are the elements of personal growth that endure over time. We may forget the specific events of our failures, but we will always remember the lessons we learned, the skills we developed, and the ways in which we grew stronger as a result. Growth is not something that can be taken away or undone. Once we have learned from failure and evolved, that transformation becomes a part of us. It is also important to recognize that failure can lead to deeper fulfillment. When we fail, we often discover what truly matters to us. We may find that our original goals were not as important as we thought, or that we were pursuing them for the wrong reasons. Failure can clarify our values and push us toward a more authentic life. This deeper sense of fulfillment is a permanent result of the process of failure and growth. While external accomplishments may come and go, the internal growth that failure fosters brings a lasting sense of satisfaction and peace. Growth, therefore, is the antidote to failure. While failure itself is temporary, the growth we experience as a result of failure stays with us, enriching our lives in ways we may not fully recognize in the moment. Each failure is a chance to develop new skills, to strengthen our resilience, to gain confidence, and to build empathy. These are all permanent changes that shape us into better, more capable individuals. The wisdom gained from failure becomes an integral part of who we are, enabling us to face future challenges with a greater sense of ease and purpose. The key to navigating failure, then, is to understand that it is a temporary setback on the journey of growth. Rather than allowing failure to discourage us, we can view it as an opportunity for transformation. Each failure is a moment of learning, a chance to refine our approach and improve ourselves. The growth that comes from failure is not only permanent but also empowering. It allows us to face the future with a sense of confidence and strength, knowing that no matter what challenges come our way, we have the ability to grow and persevere. The lessons we learn from failure stay with us, providing us with the tools to succeed in ways we could never have imagined before. Adversity is something that touches every one of us at some point in our lives. It can take many forms: financial struggles, loss, illness, failure, rejection, or personal setbacks. When adversity strikes, it often feels isolating, as though we are the only ones facing such challenges. However, it is in these moments of hardship that the potential for personal transformation and the ability to inspire others shines brightest. How we face adversity can have a profound impact not only on our own lives, but also on the lives of those around us. When we navigate through difficult times with courage, resilience, and grace, we send a powerful message to others that they too can overcome their own challenges. In the midst of adversity, many people may feel as though they are powerless, as though the world is closing in on them. The weight of hardship can feel unbearable, and the path ahead may seem uncertain or even impossible. However, it is often in these dark moments that we discover our true strength. The human spirit is incredibly resilient, and when tested by hardship, it has the ability to adapt, persevere, and ultimately rise again. Through adversity, we learn to tap into a well of inner strength that we may not have known we possessed. This strength, when cultivated and shared, can serve as a beacon of hope for others who may be facing similar struggles. One of the most powerful ways adversity can inspire others is by demonstrating the power of perseverance. When faced with challenges, it is easy to want to give up, to throw in the towel, and to walk away. The pressure of difficult circumstances can make it feel like there is no point in continuing. But when we choose to push through, to keep going even when the odds are stacked against us, we not only prove to ourselves that we are capable of more than we realize, but also show others that persistence pays off. When people see us continue to fight, to take one more step despite the difficulties, it gives them the courage to do the same. Our perseverance becomes a source of inspiration for others, showing them that they are not alone in their struggles and that it is possible to rise above adversity. Another way adversity can inspire others is by demonstrating the importance of vulnerability. In our culture, there is often pressure to appear strong, to put on a brave face, and to hide any signs of weakness. Admitting that we are struggling can feel like a failure or an admission of defeat. Yet, when we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, to acknowledge our pain and our struggles, we create a space for others to do the same. Vulnerability fosters connection. It shows others that it is okay to not be okay, that it is human to experience hardship, and that there is no shame in asking for help. By embracing our own vulnerability, we give others permission to embrace theirs, breaking down the walls of isolation and building a sense of community and mutual support. In this way, adversity becomes a powerful tool for fostering deeper, more meaningful connections with others. Furthermore, the way we approach adversity can serve as a model for others to emulate. When we are confronted with challenges, we have a choice in how we respond. We can choose to be consumed by negativity, to let frustration, anger, and hopelessness take over. Or we can choose to approach adversity with a positive mindset, focusing on the lessons to be learned, the growth that can come from the struggle, and the opportunities for transformation. The latter choice is not always easy, but it is through this mindset shift that we become a source of inspiration for those around us. When others see us facing adversity with grace, optimism, and determination, they are inspired to adopt the same mindset in their own lives. Our example shows them that they too have the power to choose how they respond to their own challenges, and that their attitude can make all the difference in the outcome. In addition to inspiring others through our own personal resilience, adversity can also bring out the best in us by encouraging us to help others. When we have experienced hardship ourselves, we are often more empathetic toward those who are going through similar struggles. Our own pain makes us more attuned to the pain of others, and this empathy can drive us to take action. It may be as simple as offering a listening ear, sharing our own story of overcoming adversity, or providing practical support to someone in need. When we reach out to others in their times of difficulty, we not only provide them with the help they need, but also offer them a reminder that they are not alone. Our willingness to support others in their struggles serves as a testament to the power of human connection and the strength that can be found in community. Adversity also has the power to shape our character in ways that can profoundly impact those around us. When we face hardship and persevere through it, we often emerge with a greater sense of empathy, patience, humility, and understanding. These qualities are essential for building strong relationships and fostering a supportive environment for others. By demonstrating these virtues in the face of adversity, we set an example for others to follow. Our ability to remain calm, patient, and kind during difficult times can inspire others to cultivate the same qualities within themselves. The way we carry ourselves through adversity becomes a model for others to learn from, teaching them how to handle their own challenges with grace and dignity. Moreover, adversity often forces us to reevaluate our priorities and values. When everything seems to be falling apart, we are often confronted with the things that truly matter in life. We may realize that our material possessions, our status, or our professional achievements are not as important as we once thought. Instead, we begin to appreciate the intangible aspects of life, our relationships, our health, our personal growth, and our sense of purpose. This shift in perspective can inspire others to reassess their own lives and prioritize what truly matters. By sharing our own journey of self-discovery during times of adversity, we can inspire others to embark on their own journeys of reflection and personal growth. In this way, adversity becomes a catalyst for deeper self-awareness and a more meaningful connection to life. The power of storytelling cannot be underestimated when it comes to inspiring others through adversity. When we share our stories of struggle and triumph, we give others the gift of hope. Hearing about how someone else overcame their own challenges can make others feel that they too are capable of doing the same. Our stories can serve as a source of strength for those who are struggling, reminding them that adversity is not the end, but a part of the journey. By sharing our vulnerabilities, our mistakes, and our successes, we allow others to see that they are not alone in their struggles. We show them that it is possible to come out stronger on the other side, and that growth and transformation often arise from the most difficult experiences. In addition to providing hope, our stories can also offer practical insights and strategies for overcoming adversity. When we share the lessons we have learned, the tools we have used to cope, and the ways in which we have grown, we provide others with a roadmap for navigating their own challenges. These practical tips and strategies can help others feel more empowered and equipped to face their own difficulties. Our personal experiences become a source of wisdom that can guide others through their own adversity, showing them that there are concrete steps they can take to move forward. One of the most profound ways in which we can inspire others through adversity is by demonstrating the transformative power of gratitude. In the midst of hardship, it can be easy to focus on what is wrong, what we have lost, or what we are lacking. However, it is often in these moments that we are reminded of the importance of gratitude. When we take time to appreciate the small victories, the lessons learned, and the support we receive, we begin to shift our perspective. Gratitude allows us to see the good in our lives, even in the midst of adversity. This shift in perspective not only helps us navigate our own struggles with a sense of peace and contentment, but also inspires others to cultivate gratitude in their own lives. When we model an attitude of gratitude during difficult times, we show others that even in the hardest moments, there is always something to be thankful for. The beauty of inspiring others through adversity is that it creates a ripple effect. One person's story of overcoming hardship can ignite a sense of possibility in others, encouraging them to keep going when they are ready to give up. When we share our experiences, our wisdom, and our strength, we empower others to rise above their own challenges. The courage to face adversity with grace and resilience becomes contagious, inspiring a community of individuals who are determined to persevere, support each other, and grow together. In this way, adversity becomes not something to be feared, but something that can bring people together, strengthen communities, and spark a movement of hope and transformation. In the end, adversity is not just a personal struggle, but an opportunity to inspire and uplift others. By facing our challenges with resilience, vulnerability, empathy, and gratitude, we can become a source of strength for those around us. Through our own stories, actions, and attitudes, we can inspire others to face their own adversity with courage and determination, knowing that they too have the power to rise above their struggles and grow stronger as a result.